And before we get into this deeper analysis of Poke Waifus, you say, what is this Professor Lando guy? How is he qualified to lecture me about Pokemon? I personally know that I am a Pokemon expert. I've laid with many Pokemon over my years of research and tasted many Poke fruits, you might say. You may even think of my body as a Pokédex in itself, you know what I'm saying? But actions, I do believe that actions speak louder than words. Allow me a chance to prove myself. And usually the professor teaches the student, but today the class will be the one to test me. I'm going to demonstrate my savant mental levels of Poke knowledge by drawing some Pokemon from memory. You, class, are going to provide me with some examples, and we'll do a few. I will be drawing an entirely accurate diagram for your reference, completely from memory, off the top of my head. Feel free to open up another tab and just cross-reference it. You'll see how easily I can do this. Vaporeon, easy. Vaporeon is a blue Pokemon, an evolution form of Eevee, the water type. Okay, it's like we have a part of the water type is that it has these ears, very fin-like ears, and an Eevee is sort of like a dog, and you can't forget the tail. I think it has like a frill. I think it has like a frill, and doesn't have like along the tail. I think the mohawk fin extends into the tail. How'd I do? Rhetorical question, of course, but what do you think? Impressed, aren't you? I wasn't kidding. It's blue. So Lopunny, kind of this Ariana Grande-esque. Definitely like these big ears. Tiny face, I think. No, see, I almost made a very common mistake. I wanted to give it like the big cartoonish eyes. Lopunny's kind of got this like this look. You know what I mean? She's kind of got this like a little seductive kind of. Lopunny is from Gen 3, right? Gen 3 is my personal favorite generation. So I think of all the generations, is it Gen 4? Okay, well, never mind. Definitely the thigh gap is, I think, what's commonly popular about the Lopunny. Here we have Lopunny. Cross-reference me. Go ahead, search it up. This is all from the dome. My years of experience out in the field researching Pokemon. Okay, DVQ. What the hell is a Tortonator? Okay, sure, we could do that. I'm not exactly sure what gen. After Black and White is kind of where my knowledge kind of peters off. Or maybe it's X and Y, not exactly sure. It is a turtle. I'm getting this kind of vibe for the head. I'm getting a Blastoise feeling. I want to say it's like a spiky, like a Bowser thing. Am I even spelling this right? Tortonator? Did you just meme me? Is this a real Pokemon? Uh-oh. Oh no! You're right! This is Dreadnought! Oh no! I was testing you. I gotta keep you on your toes. This is Dreadnought. Pop quiz, everybody. Gotcha. Got him. Regigigas. Like I said, Hoenn is my favorite generation. Gen 4 again? Okay. Whatever. The general shape. It's something like this. I'm pretty sure its eyes. Something like this. I think it's got 6 eyes. All the eyes are some sort of like dot type thing. I want to say it's got like this going on. Part of that ancientness is it's like mossy, like grassy. I don't know. There might be vines. There might not be. And it's like white and black. I think like it might be like striped. Regigigas? Yeah, something like that. We will be going over the homework now. Oh, that's what Vaporeon looks like. Sorry, it's a little small. That was pretty good earlier. So chat, what do we think about this? You can't go wrong. I think the Eevees, the attack return, the greater, it does more damage based on how much they love their trainer. There's something loyal about the EV line and the evolutions. The furry scale, yes, we tie in the furry scale. Again, I don't think any Pokemon is a 5. Maybe Slowpoke is a 5 because it kind of like doesn't know what's going on. The furthest we go is like 4 on the furry scale, again, which is dangerously furry because you see Vaporeon it's just an animal, but it's got sentience. I give that one an A. Okay. What is this? Omastar? So this one, again, I think you're dipping into yes, Lonely Lulz, the oral type. And whether it's the mouth or the tentacles, anything that's just baseline physicality and there's no deeper meaning between that, we call it, we'll just group it there. That's a C+, Look at those teeth. As long as they're aware and they don't just go full ham on you, a little bit of scrapage here with the Omastar, I don't know. It might just a little bit of a spice it up just a tiny bit. Not all the time, not constant scrapage, but just to keep you awake. Again, just by virtue of its ability. Listen, I stress the mental aspect, the love, the sentience, the self-awareness, the fear in the eyes. But you can't completely ignore the fact that Ditto can literally transform into anything you want. B+. So, Farfetch, this is an interesting one to break down. Farfetch does kind of have a Dilfy vibe. Not like overtly macho like Machamp or Incineroar, but it's got a little bit of, it's got a little bit of this. What's he gonna do with that? A little dominant. You can see it in the face. A+ on that one for sure. Yes, one word, thighs. Nuclear Turtle says. And I can't deny. And you know what? Lopunny hits me with a text in the middle of the night. Hey trainer, I'm in town. I can't say no. I know she's gonna break my heart, but I can't say no. Reluctantly, I have to give it an A. I have to. And that's the part of it. Despite everything I said about how Lopunny, that's the point, is that I still give it an A, which further cements my point. Porygon. So Porygon looks like it's sharp. It looks like it's got a lot of pointy edges. Also mentally, it doesn't look like it's got a lot going on behind those eyes. It looks hard and kind of like a dum-dum. I'm gonna have to give that one an F. Dog Zone. Weeping Bell. Again, look at that mouth, right? We talk about the oral types. And it looks like it's got a little more room. Perhaps room for 2. I don't know. And maybe it's a little exciting, but again, we're talking about waifu material. C+. The Geodude's an interesting one. I think this one might be a little bit of a bait and switch situation too. Cause yeah, the mouth, but it's a rock. Women don't like the hard calloused hands. This is that, but to the extreme. I don't need to have these getting eat out by a Geodude. I don't need these hard, tight, rocky hands gripped around my waist. Ouch. No thanks. That's an F from me. Classic, Lickitung. I mean, same thing as Weeping Bell. In fact, this is a little bit of a bait too, because doesn't Lickitung's lick paralyze you? That's the opposite of sensuality. You're not gonna feel a thing. That's an F from me. So Gloop just posted a picture of what looks like some kind of Pokemon shrine. And then they posted just a picture of just like the baseline Pikachu. So this one's interesting. It's got an attack called Gnaw, which, we talked about a little scrapage not being that bad every now and then, but I don't know about that. It's also gonna electrocute you. I mean, yes, Stan, good point. It's plump, it's fat, it's a fat Pikachu. It's a little plump. There's some plumpage there. It's a little thick, It's like, and you imagine the size of a Pikachu, it's like, you can imagine you can hold it like this. A little chonky, a little squishy, which I like. In fact, the more I think about it, I like it more and more. B+. All right, what the f is this? I don't even know. Is this a Pokemon? A shiny Salazzle. I think we have another case of the Lopunny. Look at that face. Look at that smug look. It's curvy, yes. It seems like it's got a shimmer, like a smooth, like plumpiness, a little shine on its skin. It's got the curves and it's sensual for sure. But look at that face. It knows what it's got. It knows, and it's gonna be smug about it, and it's gonna be a little bit of a bitch, I think. B, maybe a C plus. I'm not so familiar with Salazzle. Latios transforms into a human in the movie. You know, you hit me with the fact that it can turn into a human. That's just a budget Ditto. Wait, hold on. Perhaps better than a Ditto, because if Latios and Latios can transform, they're clearly smarter than a Ditto. Perhaps. This is interesting. Perhaps Latios is actually the most attractive, best waifu Pokemon. Able to transform into anything, doesn't have the dead eyes, and has the sentience of like a god Pokemon. You might have stumbled onto something here. Talking about Miltank. There's thick, and then there's Miltank thick. It's got a, I appreciate the joyfulness of the Miltank. I guess there's some follow-up here. You talk about MILFs. You talk about Poke-MILFs. What's more nurturing than the Miltank? This is a Poke-MILF to the extreme. In fact, it hits almost all the marks. Motherly, nurturing. I mean, clearly nurturing. There's probably nothing more nurturing than this. Yes, Stannis, I love that. Miltank. Look at, they're waiting their turn. That Blossom and the Apoms, they're waiting their turn. They can't wait for a crack at it. Same thing. It's cropped, but Professor Lando's sitting right here waiting for his turn. That's for sure. Sheesh. Magcargo. All right, what are you saying here? Killer? Oh, killer. Magcargo has a body temperature of 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so it is clearly the hottest Pokemon now. I appreciate the effort, but you know what this is like? And then it's like find f of x, and then you give your answer, and then the smart aleck is like, it's right here. X is right there. A valiant effort, but you know, that's not quite right. It's an F. All right, Spacey says, if you're up to the challenge, plenty for friends to join too. I don't know about this one. Again, low-hanging fruit. The tentacles, yes, I know. You have fun the first night, and it gets old. Plus, I think Tentacruel is like toxic. It's like a jellyfish, right? That's an F for me. Also, it's huge. I think the width of its tentacle is like the width of a human, right? Isn't Tentacruel huge? F. What is that? A Wooper? You're getting a little tunnel vision with the mouth. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna have to give that one an F. Sarina? What is this Pokemon? It looks like is it like a grass type? It looks like a flower. Oh my gosh, it's thick! It's thick! Holy moly. A little dominant for sure. I kind of dig it, and it's thick. I'm really down. This is my first, I don't know what this Pokemon is. What generation is this from? A+. Stargate, these are the cryptid people. They just like post Sableye, and they just no caption, they're just like, yeah, and they just post a Sableye and leave. I respect it, but I have no idea I don't know what you're trying to say. Jelly, Riolu? Really? That's some sick shit right there. I'm reporting you to the dean. In fact, I can't read this description on stream, but we're gonna need to talk after class. Okay, Kane, an old colleague of mine, Lapras. Something about a Lapras's smile and motherly guidance, perhaps the MILF of the sea, that most people forget about, but not this trainer. Also, Lapras has no pre-evolution, meaning all Lapras are developed and mature from birth. She looks like she's been around and she's seen some things in her day. Lapras, A+ from me. Man, yeah, definitely a Poke-MILF. Lapras for sure, that's a good one. Plus you can ride it in more ways than one. A+. Mr. Mime. You know, we talked about fear earlier. I think I'm the one that's gonna be fearful. You know he's laying down the pipe with Ash's mom. Ash goes on his Poke adventure and Mr. Mime is there. He's like in the kitchen, right? He's in the kitchen and Ash's mom is like, bye honey, good luck on your Pokemon adventure. And behind his mom in the doorway, he looks back and in the kitchen, Mr. Mime, he turns to Ash and he mimes this, right? He's like, Mr. Mime. You know exactly what he's talking about. A+.